Have you been considering getting into Turo Go? Well, with Turo opening up Turo Go to more vehicle makes and in more cities, I'm sure that there are tons of hosts thinking about it. That's why in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the dangers behind Turo Go and why I personally will not be running any of my vehicles on it for the time being. So if you've been looking for someone to tell you the real side of Turo Go and how you could lose tons of money running your vehicles on it, stay tuned until the end of the video. I mean, the only way to fail out of Turo faster than Turo Go is by being unsubscribed to my channel. Literally, I once knew a guy who was dirt broke until he subscribed to my YouTube channel. At which point, he started making a ton of money and never looked back. I think his name was like Jared, something Belfort, that's all I know. So if you want to be rich like Mr. Belfort, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It also wouldn't hurt to leave a like. Anyways, enough chit chat, let's get into the video. Act 1, Scene 1. My thoughts on Turo Go. Honestly, when Turo Go first came to my market, I was super thrilled to get my Tesla and Range Rover on it. I mean, at a first glance, it looks fantastic. It automatically puts in your mileage, your fuel or charge level, and they even quote-unquote verify your gas for you. It all seemed great, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. After upgrading my vehicles, I changed my preferences since Turo Go allows faster booking, and the cars were booked pretty consistently. It was all a breeze, until it wasn't. Act 1, Scene 2. The case of the missing Tesla. It was a sunny morning in May. For May in my city, it was rather warm. I checked my phone, and what do you know? I got a week-long booking for my Tesla. That morning, I made some small talk with the renter, and everything seemed okay. I was to deliver the car to the airport, and that would be that. The renter told me they knew how to drive a Tesla, and that remote check-in would be fine, because that's what I usually do. Without thinking any further, I got the car cleaned and delivered it to the airport. I did the quick check-in required for Turo Go, but of course, I still took like 300 pictures because that's just how I roll. The renter picks up, doesn't mention anything, says they're good to go, and a couple of days go by before the renter asks to extend for 3 extra days. At the price of my Tesla, let me tell you, I'm over the moon at this point.
The real question is this.
Did I accept the request?
Absolutely.
Did?
2 days later, I get a call from a teeny tiny department in Turo that I had honestly never heard of before. It's called the Trust and Safety Department. The agent on the phone tells me that one of my trips is actually fraudulent. And me, I've got 17 cars and not all of them are brand new, so if she was gonna tell me my 2012 Fiat was stolen, not that I'd be okay with it, but I wouldn't be that hurt. But then she says the year 2017, and listen, I've only got one car made in 2017, and it's the Tesla. My heart honestly sunk to my boots. My Tesla? Stolen? How? It's Turo Go. Turo's supposed to verify all of that information for me. I'm supposed to be safe. Not. Someone hacked some lady's account and rented with her card. So much for verification. They told me to track it down and give them the address to have a tow truck driver go out. And honestly, I didn't want some tow truck driver to get shot trying to repo back my stolen car. So what did I do? Call the cops, of course. Long story short, the cops confronted the thief, got my car back, and locked the guy up. What I left out was that there was damage all over the car. Scratches here, scratches there, rim rash, I mean, you name it, it was there. Thousands of dollars worth of damage, and the interior was absolutely disgusting. I mean, it really doesn't get worse. I took my post-trip photos, claimed the damage, and got paid out for the cleaning. All in all, most of the issues were covered. But Turo still made me pay my deductible, which I thought was pretty cheap since they were the one that gave my car out without verifying any information. They also weren't much help in even getting it back. I mean, I was the one that had to call the cops and figure it all out. But anyways, let's move on to Act 1, Scene 3. I'm not the only one. In the weeks after I recovered my Tesla, I saw post after post after post of Turo accounts getting hacked and cars getting stolen fraudulently. All of these cars were on Turo Go. And so I don't know what number to be at for reasons why not to have your cars on Turo Go, but the facts are that Turo is not verifying renter information. They say they are, but that obviously can't be the case. So if you're okay with your cars getting fraudulently stolen and having to pay deductibles on the damage or maybe even the payout of your vehicle, which you could be underwater on in today's car market, then maybe Turo Go is for you. But if you're like me and the rest of hosts that don't want to lose money, you probably don't want to take the risk when you can rent your car out normally just fine. Another reason you might want to stay off of Turo Go is the fact that they claim you don't really need to take pre-trip photos. I mean, if you don't take pre-trip photos, how are you going to be covered? It just doesn't make sense. At the basis of my claims here, one thing is undoubtedly true. And that is that Turo Go really is just too good to be true, at least in its current state. The only way that I'd be willing to get back on Turo Go is if they actually started to require renters to send over the same 2 verification photos they expect of us, and checking the metadata to make sure that they aren't just screenshots of a past upload. Until that's the case, I will not be using it, and I'd recommend against using it to anybody that asks. But with that being said, I want to thank you for watching today's video. This was just a quick video about the main problem I see with Turo Go. If you found today's video useful, I'd appreciate you hitting the like button, subscribing, and tapping the notification bell to stay notified of future content. And until next time, take care everybody.